The attorney looked at me and asked a question that changed my life. "Jessica, why haven't you claimed your inheritance?" I nearly laughed. "What inheritance?" The room went silent. The attorney stared at me. Then he slowly opened a file and revealed documents showing that I had inherited $500,000 nearly 7 years earlier. Money I had never seen. Money I never knew existed. And the worst part, the people who hid it from me weren't strangers. They were my own family. The same family who spent years calling me irresponsible, broke, and a burden. But they had no idea I was about to uncover a secret that would destroy every lie they'd told. My name is Jessica Miller. I am 34 years old, and I live in Columbus, Ohio, USA. My grandmother and I were incredibly close. While most relatives focused on themselves, Grandma always made time for me. She encouraged my dreams, helped me through difficult years, and constantly reminded me to believe in myself. So when she passed away, I was devastated. At the funeral, my aunt, uncle, and older brother handled most of the estate matters. I trusted them completely. That trust turned out to be a mistake. A few months after Grandma's death, I asked about the estate. My aunt quickly told me there wasn't much left. According to her, medical bills and taxes had consumed most of Grandma's assets. I accepted the explanation. I had no reason not to. At the time, I was struggling financially and working long hours just to stay afloat. The last thing I expected was betrayal from my own family. The next several years were hard. I rented a tiny apartment, worked multiple jobs, skipped vacations, skipped opportunities. Every time I faced a financial setback, my relatives somehow found a way to blame me. My brother often joked that I would always be the poor one in the family. Looking back, that comment makes a lot more sense now. Everything changed when an estate attorney contacted me unexpectedly. He was retiring and reviewing old files before closing his practice. While organizing documents, he noticed something strange. According to his records, several notices regarding my inheritance had been sent years earlier. None had received a response, so he decided to call me directly. That phone call changed everything. The attorney showed me documents proving Grandma had left me a separate inheritance worth approximately $500,000. Cash investments, savings accounts, and a small property that had later been sold. My name was clearly listed as the beneficiary. I felt sick because I had never received a single notice. Not one. The deeper we investigated, the worse things became. The official correspondence had been mailed to my aunt's address because she was serving as the estate representative. The notices never reached me. The follow-up notices never reached me. The final notices never reached me. Somehow, every attempt to contact me disappeared. My attorney quickly requested additional records. That's when we discovered something shocking. The inheritance hadn't simply been forgotten. It had been accessed, transferred, and distributed by people who knew exactly who it belonged to. Bank records revealed that portions of the money had helped pay for my brother's business. Other funds had been used for home renovations and personal expenses connected to my aunt and uncle. While I spent years struggling to pay rent, they had quietly been spending money that was never theirs. When confronted, they immediately claimed it was all a misunderstanding, an accident, a paperwork issue. But the documents told a different story. Emails showed discussions about the inheritance. Internal notes referenced concerns that I might eventually discover the truth. The evidence was impossible to explain away. The legal battle lasted months. Family members stopped speaking to one another. Excuses turned into panic. And eventually, settlements were reached. A significant portion of the inheritance was recovered. Not because they wanted to do the right thing, because they had no choice. The most satisfying moment came during a family gathering shortly afterward. For years, my brother had mocked my financial struggles. Now everyone knew why I struggled. Because the opportunity my grandmother left behind had been hidden from me. The room was completely silent. Nobody had any jokes left. Today, my life looks very different. I own a successful business. I have a beautiful home. And most importantly, I have peace. Not because of the money. Because I finally learned the truth. Sometimes the people closest to you can hurt you the most. They assume you'll never find out. They assume time will bury the evidence. They assume the truth can stay hidden forever. My family believed that for 7 years. But they were wrong. Because when they hid my $500,000 inheritance, they thought they were stealing my future. What they didn't realize was that the truth was patient. And eventually, it found its way back to me.